Hi, my name is Tyler Burrows. I'm a realtor here on the Lower Mainland, and this series is aimed at highlighting and introducing the who, what, and where of Vancouver. So naturally, I called it As a real estate agent, I cross paths with a lot of videographers, photographers, and newlyweds. Today's guest is a specialist at all three. Well, thank you so much, Jeremy. And why don't you tell us a little bit about your business? What do you do?
My name's Jeremy. I run a business called EMP Media Services, and I do photography and videography for weddings or any kind of events, family photos, sports events, particularly weddings, but really I take whatever I can actually have because I'm always up for something different.
Yeah. What got you into that?
Well, my dad gave me camera, like an old click and roll back when I was a kid, and I always had a little bit of an interest for it. Like, the photos were garbage back then, but I always had an acute idea for it. And then when my brother started doing sporting events, I was too scared to do sporting events anymore after getting hit by the ball too many times. So I was like, I'll take photos of it instead. And I just followed my brother along for his sporting events, and then I started doing it for other actual official teams, and then someone asked me to shoot a wedding of theirs, and then it kind of blew up from there.
Is this your full-time job at this point, or?
I'm hoping it can be in the future. I'm a bit of a realist. I am still building. Obviously 2020 kind of made me restart the role on that.
Yeah.
But it has been going pretty well this year. This is probably my most successful year yet, and I'm hoping that it can be. I work in film full-time, but with the job that I have, it helps me have time to work on my full-time, making my business full-time.
Right. And I know you mentioned 2020, and I'm fairly confident almost everyone on the planet knows what 2020 had involved, but how was that for you? Like, what kind of hurdles came up, and how did you deal with it?
I really started in 2018, and 2019 was really great, and then 2020 I did a bunch of wedding shows at the beginning of the year before March 13th, and it looked like it was going to be really, really good, and then obviously things started to happen, and I think I put myself into this frame of mind of, well, what are you going to do? So essentially I just kept on rescheduling people. I only actually lost 3 weddings in total, but just kind of started pushing people back a little bit further. I actually started, I got a drone willy-nilly, and then I started doing real estate photography for a little bit. And I don't know, I know a lot of people had a lot of like obvious issues with like 2020 from living perspective, financial perspective, but I had had a surgery before, and I had to go on like super financial lockdown the previous year. So I was like, oh, okay, here we go again. So I actually was able to just practice with my drone and start kind of learning a little bit more about my cameras and whatnot in that time.
Didn't know you were a real estate photographer, so that is something I will keep in mind. And I'd love to see some of the drone footage too, because I'm always excited about drone footage.
Oh, that was how the guy asked me, the first job I ever worked. He's like, hey, I need someone to do some video and photos. So it's like, okay, yeah. Do you have a drone? Yes.
Yeah, always say yes and figure it out.
So I was like, all right, let's go and find this out. Okay, we've got to do an exam. Oh, okay, let's do this real quick.
Yeah, very cool. Where do you see this in the future? Where do you see your company?
I would like this to be my mainstay job. I can say that running your own business, while being obviously a challenge, both financially and mentally, once it starts to work in your favor, once things start to really land in place, it is so, I wouldn't say alleviating, but gratifying.
Yeah.
The amount of joy I get from my clients, just that personal one-on-one like gratification and reviews and just happiness that they display when they get their products back from me, has given me more joy than I think any day in film has ever done. And it's just that personal connection, and that's the thing that I like the most about it. And I do want this to be my mainstay thing, because I could see myself doing this until my body says otherwise.
Wow, I completely agree with you. As someone who also used to work in film, once I got out and once I started connecting with people, I realized how much I missed it and how much, yeah, how gratifying it is to give something to someone. Of course, it's a service; they're paying you, but it's so nice to have that feeling like you've done something.
There's real people. Oh, you acknowledge me. I exist.
Yeah,
It's like, yeah, that feeling it's genuine every time too. Like, you can have someone say the same thing to you, but it's just because it's a different person. It's just like, wow, I'm actually making something that matters. There's a really good Robin Williams quote that's been kind of circling around Instagram a little while, where it's like, I don't know how much value I have in this universe, but if I've made a few people happy, I know that's enough for me. I know it kind of shortened it there.
Paraphrasing, but
it. But that really is the essence of why I do what I do. If I've made some people happy, if I've given them some moments that they want to put on their wall, that's immensely gratifying to me.
That's really beautiful. That's an amazing way to sum it all up. Where can people find you? How do we see your work? How do we find you?
Well, I've got an Instagram and a Facebook page. The Instagram is just EMP Media Services, one word. Facebook is EMP Media Services photography / videography. And then I just have a website that's just empmediaservices.com. And yeah, I have like questionnaires, fill out all that stuff there. I'm trying to be a lot more social, like trying to get an Instagram started for me was,
I hear that.
Facebook and website, that's good enough, right? It's like, no, but then you have to build a little bit more, right? So I'm quite active on all three of them.
Great. Yeah, and we'll link those all below. Well, thank you so much. This has been great, and it's really nice to hear, again, have a genuine human interaction, but also hear that
right?
you're there for other people, and that's what drives you.
No, exactly. Thank you. No, this has been really fun, actually.
Great.
What is that show? The one where he was the alien, where he says... We're all trying to remember it right now.
What is that show?
Something in Morty? Yeah. Or is it more Zip and... I don't know.
Here, let's Google it and we'll pretend we didn't.
Yeah, because it's really good quote.